What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome back to the mobile gaming recap for the final week of February. Now normally in the first half of this video I kind of recap the games that have come out during the week, you know, my global launch impressions, my worth playings of new titles, but I feel like I already go over those games in my first impression. I then go over them again in my tier list. Why am I going over the same exact games once again on the mobile gaming recap? So we're gonna switch it up just a little bit for the first half of the video. I do want to still at least recap those games, but I'm not really going to be going in depth into those titles. Wait for the tier list when it comes to that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, since the last episode of the mobile gaming recap, we saw the release of Shadow 7, Cross Chronicle, Crystalborn, Symphogear, Azure Lane Crosswave, Kickflight, Shadowgun War Games, Overdrive City, Lucid Adventure, Cryptac, Calabria Crystal Guardians, Minimax Tinyverse, Sins Raid, Might and Magic Chess Royale, Magic the Gathering Mana Strike, and then of course World War Doe, which tells me that we gotta start doing the mobile gamer recap every single week, but I digress. So that leads us to my top 4 picks of the week based on these titles in no particular order, starting off with Shadow 7, which someone was like, FG, this is your grid-based strategy game that you have been looking for, so shout out to them on that one. So Shadow 7, moving on over to a Symphogear, which I think, you know, if you're a fan of the anime, you're absolutely gonna love this title. It went out of the gate very strong with dropping an Attack on Titan collaboration day 1. I do feel like long term it's going to be held back a little bit when it comes to its more, you know, archaic design when it comes to the UI flow as well as quality of life, but at its core it's a pretty fun title. So that's Symphogear. My next title up is going to be Kickflight, which is a unique game. There's nothing that plays like it on mobile, so if you are looking for all PvP style flight action RPG, it's all kinds of things, definitely give that a look. And then last but not least, World War Doe, which single-handedly reinvigorated my hope in the Clash Royale genre. Alright, so that will do it for the currently released titles. Looking ahead to upcoming releases and one right around the corner, in 2 days we will see the release of Dragon Quest of the Stars. Now my expectations aren't sky high for this title because it is a 5-year-old game that we're finally getting over here in the global audience, but hey, it is Square Enix, it is Dragon Quest, it has been out for 5 years. Most games that are terrible don't last that long, so we'll see what it's like. I'm just kind of hoping that the UI, the streamlining, the quality of life has been kind of up to date and kept current when it comes to the current mobile standards, but I guess we will see. So February 25th will also see the release of Love Live School Idol Festival. This is a brand new anime music rhythm game brought to you by the same exact company that brought you Bleach Brave Souls, which is Collab. So just based on that fact alone, my expectations have absolutely risen. So definitely stay tuned for that one. I'll be there, of course, day 1. So after those 2 releases, you will get a couple days break. Then right after that, on February the 27th, we will see the global release of Dragon Raja. Now this is a brand new mobile MMO with sky high expectations. Now, before I say this, do know that I'm not throwing shade at 7 Deadly Sins, all right? But a lot of people are giving props to that game for having 1.5 million pre-registrations, which is fantastic. A lot of hype for 7 Deadly Sins. But on the other hand, Dragon Raja, meanwhile, has 3 million pre-registrations, so nearly double the amount of pre-registrations as 7 Deadly Sins. So there is quite a bit of hype surrounding this title as well, brought to you by the same exact developers as World of Kings. Now I know there's going to be a little mixed reception when it comes to World of Kings, but I still think that World of Kings was a fantastic mobile MMO. It had some tropes that not a lot of people like with a lot of the autoplay features, and I totally get that, but when it comes to mobile MMOs, this one felt the most like a real MMO that I've ever played on mobile, so I gotta give them props on that one. Definitely looking forward to Dragon Raja. I will be there day 1, of course. So this next title I don't have a firm release date on, and that is Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, which is a brand new hero collector, obviously based on the Lego IP. Now they have confirmed that the release date is next week. What day next week? We don't know, which is really strange with the release date that close. There's still not an exact date. That's super strange. Hopefully they release this game like on the 24th or something like that in between all these other releases, but who knows? So this is gonna come out next week. Obviously this is based on Lego, which is an absolute juggernaut of an IP. And the thing I'm looking most forward to with this game is the fact that with Lego, you can literally make anything you want. You can make a character in any type of world, future, past, present. I mean, literally anything. Like your imagination is your limitation. And hopefully if this game does really, really well, maybe we'll see some crossover collabs with like Lego Batman, Lego Harry Potter. I mean, With money, anything is possible. So if this game goes absolutely crazy and starts printing money, I'm absolutely sure you're going to see collabs like that in the future. So stay tuned for this release next week. And last but not least, and of course we alluded to this a little bit earlier, 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross is on the way as well. It has over 1.5 million pre-registrations and we'll see its release on March the 3rd finally. This is supposed to be the next hotness. Everybody that I talk to says that this is one of the best hero collectors that they have ever played. Those are some, that is wow. All right, I'm ready. We're gonna see. Are we gonna see our very first S-tier hero collector ever? I guess we'll find out. March 3rd. All right, so that will do it for the upcoming releases. Let's end this video off as we always do with the quick hits around the mobile world, starting off with Black Desert Mobile. Black Desert Mobile will see the release of Ascension classes, so I do have a few screenshots of the classes that they have teased thus far. I thought I would probably be revisiting the game every single time they added like a new class or something big like Ascensions, Awakenings, things of that nature, but I don't think I will. I feel like when I was playing Black Desert Mobile, all it really did was just sit on my second screen, idling and doing its own thing. I kind of said this before, that I kind of felt like the game didn't really feel like an MMO, and it felt more like an idle combat simulator, and I'm not really in a rush to go back to that. So unless there are some drastic changes to the everyday overall gameplay loop, I'm probably not going to be revisiting that game, and I'm going to kind of base all of my MMO hopes on Dragon Raja. Now this one is a little bit late, but there's still lots of festivities still going on inside the game. One Piece Bounty Rush is celebrating its 1-year anniversary. Talk about a comeback story. This game came out, shut down, and I basically declared it dead. I was like, this game ain't never coming back. It did come back, and now it's celebrating its 1-year anniversary. I did just recently re-download it, but the combat is just kind of floaty, non-impactful. I never really felt like I was like punching or attacking anyone. None of my special abilities felt like they really connected at all. So the combat itself is what's keeping me away from the game, but definitely give it a try if you haven't already. 1-year anniversary is still going strong apparently. Landgrisser is currently running a collaboration with Yu Yu Hakusho, which has a banner that gave me the shaft. So if you want to get your Persona 5 fix, there are plenty of opportunities to do so. Number 1, in Sword Art Online Integral Factor, there's a Persona 5 collaboration, as well as Sword Art Online Memory Defrag, and let's just add one more. Also in the world of Another Eden, there is a permanent Persona 5 collaboration. So there are 3 opportunities here in the world of mobile to extend your Persona 5 adventure. In my opinion, kind of ranking them from best to worst. Not even worse, but I would say Another Eden would be my number 1 choice, with Memory Defrag in second, and then Integral Factor in third for all of the Persona 5 festivities currently going on. Now, if you can't wait for March 3rd for the official standalone 7 Deadly Sins title, you can get your 7 Deadly fix on over in the world of the Alchemist Code. That is a grid-based strategy RPG, which has been home to lots of pretty hype collaborations. You got 7 Deadly Sins, they had a Final Fantasy 15 collaboration, so definitely something that might fill that void until March 3rd, but if it were me, I would play that game, but don't get too comfortable, because you probably will jump ship on March the 3rd. So to get a little bit more attention for its upcoming 2-year anniversary, Onmyoji is running a collaboration with Kumamon. Kumamon, I have no idea what this is. I had to do a quick Google search, and apparently it was a character that was created by the Japanese government to increase tourism. I have no idea, but that is the collaboration that's going to be highlighting the 2-year anniversary. In addition to that, all you got to do is log in, do a quick quest, and you will be able to get yourself a free SP or SSR Shikigami as well. So if you want to play Onmyoji, it is definitely a main game. It's going to drain a lot of time from you, absolutely, but this game is absolutely insane in China, so it will have the financial backing it needs to keep itself going in the global market, don't you worry. And last but definitely not least, when it comes to collaborations, King of Fighters All-Star will see a Samurai Shodown collaboration starting tomorrow. So if you're like me, get the game reinstalled, get ready. I will be there day 1, seeing if I can't get my hands on Charlotte or Haomaru or Yukayo. Like, they did a pretty good job of selecting some really iconic Samurai Shodown characters here. However, it has got to be mentioned that Galford somehow was overlooked. Now, I'm not saying that Netmarble hates dogs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just asking the question. Do Netmarble hate dogs? Is that why Galford was not included? I'm just asking the question. Is this the reputation that you want, Netmarble? The dog hating gotcha company? Is that what you want, Netmarble? I'm just joking. So yeah, pretty hype collaboration. This one starts tomorrow. I'll be there. So before we end the video off with the mobile gaming graveyard, let's take a look at a game that's going to be updating its title in hopes of a brand new life. This game used to be called Brown Dust, but starting in March, this game will be called Brave 9. No other real concrete changes or anything like that. I assume there's probably going to be some login bonuses to kind of get this attention out to the world. But yeah, it will no longer be called Brown Dust. It's going to be called Brave 9. Now Brown Dust was kind of a silly title. In my Discord, we would call it Poop Dust because we're like 12 years old. But that was never a thing that kind of prevented anyone from playing the game that I knew of. Brave 9 doesn't, I mean, it's whatever. It's a title of the game. I don't think it's really going to change anything. Brown Dust or Brave 9 has always been and will always be a very niche title. I think they should just embrace that and just do what they can based off of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, there you go. Brave 9 on the way in March. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the mobile gaming graveyard. 3 more titles, ladies and gentlemen, will be sunsetting here very soon. No disrespect to any of these titles, but like I said before, all of these games want to be games as a service, and there's just not enough time in the world to play all of them. So some games, good and bad, will just be left behind. So if you made it to the end of this video, go down in the comment section below, press F to pay respects to League of Wonderland, press F to pay respects to Yokai Spirit Hunt, and last but not least, and shout out to Legion of Heroes because that had a pretty good run, but press F to pay respects to Legion of Heroes. We're gonna see this a lot more in 2020 once again. My name is FG3000. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.